Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to run you through a 4-step process to take your excited state down to a more relaxed state so that you can perform better on the pitch. This is especially relevant to me because tonight is actually the night before our big grand final game. We made it to the final of our league and we're playing for being crowned champions of all of Western Australia. As you can imagine, there's lots of nerves that go along with having a game the next day, and there's a lot of things that I'm thinking about the game that I want to make sure I'm thinking about logically and with confidence going into tomorrow. Today I'm going to show you that 4-step process that I go through every single time I have an elevated or a stressed situation where I have to perform my best, including trials, big games, any game on the weekend, or other situations in soccer where I want to perform at my best. Before we hop into the video, consider subscribing to the channel. I provide lots of content related to professional soccer, my life as a pro, day in the life videos, mindset videos, and of course, training and my own game footage. And let's hop into it. Before we hop into the 4-step process, I wanted to make sure you guys know that there are a ton of different side effects of being really stressed out or having an elevated state. So an elevated or excited state is something that's above homeostasis. So for some people, it might mean butterfly stomach, it might mean lightheaded, it might mean headaches or nausea on the extreme end, or sometimes it's racing thoughts or hyper-awareness. All of these things happen when your body is in a level of excitement or a level of stress and anxiety. For tomorrow, I'm feeling a ton of potential energy in my body and racing thoughts of all the things that I want to do during the game tomorrow. Of course, I have no idea what's going to happen during the game, so I want to make sure that I can calm those thoughts and truly be open to the entire world of possibility that could happen and all the positive ways that I can impact the game. In order to do that, I have to follow this 4-step process that I'm about to outline so that I can take care of those thoughts and feelings and make sure that all that potential energy is channeled into the right direction. Okay, so step 1 is answering the what question, and I like to call it identification. So when you identify what's going on in your body, all you're doing is taking a full body scan, including thoughts, feelings, sensations, anything else that's going on in your body that's different from a homeostatic level. So homeostasis being your resting heart rate, your resting blood pressure, a calm mind. So all we're doing is answering the what question. So it's identifying what are the thoughts that are going through my head, what is the feelings physiologically that are happening in my body based on some event or something that's happening right now. For my game tomorrow, I'm identifying butterflies in my stomach and thoughts about what's going to happen during the game. Step 2 is answering the why question, and I like to call it reasoning. So once I've identified the things that are going on in my body, I sit and I say, okay, I have these things that I've identified. Why am I feeling that way? Well, for instance, tomorrow we have a gigantic game in front of potentially thousands of people that are going to come and watch this final. It's especially appropriate that I'm making it tonight because I can actually walk you through what I'm thinking and feeling as I'm working through those emotions and those feelings. When I get in an excited state, something emotionally that I feel really passionate about, I get butterflies in my stomach. So that's my reason right away. I know that I have a big game and I've trained really hard for this for 9 months now of the season that we've had, even through COVID. I know that my coaches believe in me, I believe in myself, my teammates depend on me, and I'm an integral part of this team, but I want to make sure that that translates to a performance on the field. So that's why those butterflies are there. So simple, objective, all I'm doing is saying, why is this feeling happening, and how do we move on from there? Step number 3, after you've answered the what and after you've answered the why question, is now just simply brainstorming all the things that might help bring that level down to homeostasis. This can be a massive list for you, or it might be a small list of 2 to 3 things that you find really helpful when you're going through a stressful situation. I have 2 examples for you guys that I actually use on a daily basis as well as before the game. The first example is diaphragmatic breathing, or simply put, deep breathing. Deep breathing is simply making sure that the exchange of intake oxygen and output carbon dioxide is the maximum it can possibly be. So you're sucking in the most oxygen you can and you're expelling the most amount of carbon dioxide you can. Deep breathing helps lower blood pressure, it helps lower your heart rate, and gives you a sensation, and especially for me, gives me the sensation of relaxation. The second one is listening to a particular type of music. Now, some of my friends might listen to rap, hip hop, dance music, EDM, metal, things that bring their heart rate up, things that get them really pumped. But for somebody like me who has a really high level of energy to start with, I need to bring myself back down in order to perform my best. So I might listen to things like R&B, soul music, jazz, maybe some low-key funk, things like that. Those are two examples of just simply brainstorming what are the things that are helpful for me. For you, they might be going for a walk, they might be journaling, they might be drawing, playing video games. I'm just naming a few random things that might be helpful for you in reducing that stress level. The fourth and final step is, of course, action. So now that we've identified the what, the why, and we've brainstormed things that might help us bring that level from here all the way down here from our excited state down to our relaxed state, now we can put into action those things that we've brainstormed. So for me tonight, I'm going to do a lot of deep breathing exercises, maybe some meditation, and then listening to calming music. Of course, I didn't get to where I am in my soccer career today if I didn't take action. Training, recovery, making sure that my mindset is right, and all the above. A couple notes on this 4-step process is that this stuff takes time. Obviously, identifying the what and the why might be pretty easy for you because it might be a simple objective reasoning where you say, this is the feeling that I'm having, this is why. Then identifying what you can do to reduce that level of anxiety and stress might take a little trial and error. For me, it took several years to figure out. Although a lot of my friends and a lot of the pregame playlists in college and in university were super hype and super go, 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 rah, 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 I needed music that I could listen to that would bring me down to a mellow level so that I could perform really level-headedly and let that beast come out on the pitch. At the end of the day, it's all about making sure during that 4-step process that you take that energy and that potential that you have to perform on the field and channel it into something that is really, really important to you. So whether it's scoring a goal as a center forward, whether it's making sure you're defending really well as a defender, keeping a clean sheet as a goalkeeper, making all your passes as a midfielder, whatever it happens to be, it's really important that you find those things through trial and error that help you perform the best you possibly can. I hope this 4-step process was really helpful for you guys. It's something that I have used as sort of my religion going into games, especially big ones like tomorrow where we're playing in front of a lot of people. It's a high stakes game and there's a lot on the line. I know some of you watching might be going to university for the first time and you're a little bit anxious about playing in front of your new teammates and your new college coaches. Let me know what works best for you because I'm always happy to brainstorm in the comments with you guys. And I really appreciate those of you who have reached out about this topic. At the end of the day, always remember that it's about you in your own head. Don't let anybody else influence what's going on. Find what works for you so that you can channel that energy into performing on the field. And at the end of the day, all you got to do is be awesome. Take care, guys.